Helps if I unmute my microphone, huh? We're gonna give it a few more minutes, guys, before we start this, so I can make sure the people that have RSVP'd this event are gonna jump in. Okay. All right. Thank you for joining this session. This is our fourth Base44 episode. We are going to be talking about and building feedback systems, bugs, and error tracking systems. My favorite stuff to do. All right. I do apologize. I'm a little under the weather today, so my voice seems cracky or slow. That's why. So we're going to add some feedback and bug and error tracking systems to this app that I built. As you can tell, I am not a professional YouTuber, so I built me a tool to help me become a little bit more professional. And I decided, why not? We can add this, open this up for other people to use as well. So, anytime we're building any kind of applications that are going to be public facing, meaning we're going to have customers and users and all that, we need to make sure that one, we have a support ticket system, which we covered in our last episode. And also, we need to have feedback loops and the ability to track any errors and any potential bugs, and allow users to report those bugs to us. And that's a big one. So when we're building these things, we need to utilize our users. I apologize for the dog in the background. It's in trouble. But we need to utilize our users to help us make our applications better. So if they are experiencing an error or a bug or something like that, giving them the ability to report that to you, it's only going to make your application better. Don't be ashamed of any issues that your application has. It's going to happen. Everybody has them. I mean, it doesn't matter. Facebook, Amazon, Google, everybody has bugs and issues. I mean, even Base44 has bugs. That's just a part of the process of owning an application like this. So, let me real quick, since we already covered the support ticket system, I'm going to drop my prompt that we covered yesterday, the complete system, to put in just I'm not going to use this one. This is the prompt that we covered yesterday. It's a series of prompts. I forget exactly how many is in here. Let's see. Yeah, it should say up here. Total different 14 prompts included. That is for an extremely exhaustive support ticket system, so we're not going to do that. I'm going to use the lightweight one. Let's just do search. Is it this one? I think it's just for... We can use this. Alright, so let's see the AI model. We can use Sonnet. I don't want to use Opus. When you guys join in, say hi in the chat so I know that you're here. Let's build a customer support ticket system. Use this for the back end. We'll see if that goes there. But while we're doing that, let's go ahead and grab my error tracking. I have a couple of them. This one by far is my favorite one. So while this is going, what we're going to be building is the feedback loop system, allowing users to provide feedback on the platform, report any issues that they're having, and we're going to do some bugs, look for some bugs. We've got a couple prompts that we can run that scans the apps, and we're going to fix those. And then we're also going to add some advanced error logging system. So in order, what we're going to do is I'm probably going to start with the feedback loop, and then we're going to do the advanced error tracking, and then we're going to do we're going to start doing some debugging. So we're using Sonnet, like normal. Sonnet's my go-to AI for most tasks, and then I break out my homeboy Opus when I need the big brain AI to come out. Sonnet's a lot faster too. Come on. Oh, use the bathroom, doggies. So while we're waiting for this thing, does anybody have any questions? It doesn't have to be related to this session, but just any Base 44 or vibe coding or development questions at all, please throw them into the chat. I'd be happy to answer any and all questions. So we're not sitting here staring at the screen while AI is doing it, because that would be really awkward. If we wanted to have awkward silence, that's what we'll have. It's up to you. Come on. While we're waiting for that, let me open up another app so I can kind of show you this error tracking app that I have. So again, we're going to switch to... Actually, we're going to use Opus for this one because it needs to do that deep research, because it's going to scan the app. Anytime that you are building a new system into your application, I always recommend that you are going to scan the application before it starts adding system. That way it understands the app and it knows where to build it, and that way we're not having issues with like different functions naming that are too close together, or potentially features built into Base 44. We don't want name oh Lord, see, told you I was sick. Anyways, yeah, that. So let's do this. Before building a full scan of this application, so you have a clear and deep understanding of it. Let's go. I was hoping that this might be a quick session, but considering that Claude has been kind of slow here lately, and it's due to them getting access to like 200,000 different servers from SpaceX, so I guess they're over there getting those servers online. So I've noticed that since the news broke that things have been a little slow. It hasn't. I don't see any issues on like performance, but it is just a little slower. We're going to be switching between apps here, by the way. So if I'm bouncing around and making you dizzy, let me know and I'll slow it down. Okay, that is done. Alright, now let's go here and copy this. This is going to be our, well, I want the feedback loop first. So, I really need to fix this search function. It is not forming. Switchy. So while we're waiting for that to build, I will show you the error tracking system that we're going to be implementing into it. And what's real good about having it scan the app, it's going to make sure that it follows the your UI styles and all that good stuff. I promise I'm not going to say all that good stuff as many times as I did the other lesson. All right, so you guys, you can see it's already adding this here. This is a cool little tool for helping us to understand what's going on inside of our error logs. I don't know if it'll pop up, but there you go. So what this does, instead of us, it does two things. So one, it pulls the error logs being thrown into console. So instead of us having to go to console and come here, down. No, go play. Sorry, the Pomeranian, the devil's porcupine, wanted down. So it's got, instead of us having to F12 pull up console, figure out what errors are going on, it can be, which can be annoying, especially when you're inside of the preview tool. You're going to see these errors just keep looping through, and they're not real errors. So instead of having to come and do this and copy and paste and figure out what's a true error, what's not, especially that can be especially challenging for people that are not, they haven't done this before. So this is going to pull in the console errors, the legitimate ones, into a friendly little UI right here. So you're going to see all your errors. Here's some logs showing you what's going on. So this here, we used to have the, where is it, activity monitor, which is one of my favorite things about Base44 when it comes to debugging. This used to be on the preview tool. It used to be right up here, but they moved things around and they hid it behind Kode. So now I'm just pulled it into here so we can see any errors, all logs, the trails of things that's going on. And if there is an error, you'll be able to copy it. So like, I don't think it's going to copy everything. Oh, it does. So it's copying all data. So if you have an error that you cannot solve, go to that page, click on that button, whatever it is that's breaking, go through that process, reproduce that error, that issue, and then you're going to open this up, copy it, and throw it into here, because it's going to give the AI all the information. It's going to give any errors that it's been that are running. It's going to pull. It's going to give it the logs that have been triggered, and it's going to give it the trail, so it's going to know exactly what page and all that good stuff. And then you just give it to the AI. It has all the information that it needs to fix the problem. So instead of us going, hey, there's a problem on page X, Y, or Z, and this is the issue, and blah blah blah, and then it has to go and go do its research to figure out, okay, I got to pull the logs, I got to do this and that. We're already giving it to it, so we're gonna fix things a lot faster, and more importantly, you're gonna save credits, because each time that it has to go pull the log or whatever, look at the runtime errors or whatever, that counts as a task, which means your credit usage goes up. We just skipped all that. We're giving it all the information that it needs. So this thing here is my favorite thing that I built to help with this process. And what's great is only platform admins can see this. So that would be you or someone else that you've added as a collaborator, not an app admin, but the people that can come in here and make edits to the Base44 app itself. So let's go and see what the feedback loop here. So here we go. So this one is, so we're in our launch phase. We're still trying to figure things out. We've built this platform out to the best that we think that it should be, but we're just one person. So everybody should have feedback loops and built into their applications. So you can users can come and click and talk about whatever, general feedback, bug report, all that good stuff. Damn, I keep saying that. I'm gonna break myself of it, I promise. One day. It's good, important to have goals. But they can report bugs, they can feature requests, general feedback, UI, UX issues. So for those who don't know, UI stands for user interface, UX stands for user experience. So UI, UX issues, performance issues, or other, they can set the priority. give the message, upload screenshots or whatever, and then hit send feedback, and that will take them to, let's see, should be an admin page. So yeah, so we got our so our feedback inbox. Looks like it doubled it. Which is probably, oh, so I see. Okay, so now you have a central view of all feedback information that the user can send to you. So we're going to publish, and we're going to test it to make sure that it's pushing issues to the front. Oop, helps if I click on the link. Test. And we'll go ahead and just give it an image. Let's give it something small. We get their confirmation. Let's see. There we are. Bam. Now this, when you run that prompt, it's going to give you this exact system. So it's not gonna, brand wise, color wise, stuff like that. It's gonna be pretty accurate to what this looks like. It should be almost pixel perfect, but the AI is gonna decide based on how you've built your app. What are your UI styles and all that good stuff. Yeah. So just clear note, because there's been some debate around that. But yes, this will give you, I would say 97% of what you're seeing here is probably what it's going to come out looking like. But functionality wise, it is going to be exact. Okay, so we have our feedback loop system in here. So have our internal notes. So the one thing that I'm seeing here is that we do not have a way to reply to this. So maybe we don't want to reply. It's reporting it. But I would want to make sure that my users know that we take their feedback very seriously, and we value it. And so we are going to add the ability to send a reply email. Admins the ability to send a reply message to the user. Yeah, it's very important. I've been making this mistake here lately, and I've been correcting myself because sometimes it doesn't create what I want. Use the role instead of saying customer, the client, or whatever. So if the user that you're trying to target, their role is client, then okay, then use client. But I have admins and I have users. That's it. So I need to use their role. So admin needs the ability to send a reply message to the user to get more information, or just confirm that they received the feedback. For this, I would normally integrate resend. That way, we can actually have an email chain where I'm sending the message out through this system to the user. The user can reply from their email, whether it's Gmail, whatever it is, and then it will log it. So we would need to be able to set up the DNS records for resend in our domain to receive emails from a certain email address, and that way it's piped back into our app. But for this, it's just going to be one way. Just a confirmation. We'll give them some information. Receive blah 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 blah. More information, or just confirm that they received the feedback. We will use send mail function to handle So this is just going to use the Base44 send mail function. We don't need anything too advanced for this, because I probably will integrate it resend, but I don't want to do it on this call because I think we have. Do we have a office hours today? We're saying. It don't look like it. Let's go look. Nope. Yeah, no. Maybe we will. Any questions? Alright, so we're going to reply with emails. So, retest, that's good. Even pre-filled with acknowledgements, thanks. The team. Send email, let's see if it worked. Yep. Cool. Okay, let's go. So we got our support ticket system in here. We have our feedback loop all flushed out and it is working. Let's do the error logging. Oh, mercy. Error logging over here. So while that is going, I want to show you guys a new little free tool that I built for everyone. So you guys have probably experienced this before where you are building and you're making changes and then the AI is going and messing things up in other places. So if you go to the little gear icon and then we go AI controls, you have a custom instructions. So that what this is that anytime you prompt it, it has to first check the custom instructions. I have my own default instructions that I use. So if you go to resources.base44.app, you can see the custom instructions that I use, and it covers pretty much everything I could imagine at the time. But let's say that you're having a specific issue and that the AI keeps doing something odd. Come here, search. This is AI driven, so you can search the issue, just tell it what's going on, and it's going to recommend a list of different custom AI instructions that you can apply. We even have a builder, same thing. You can describe what your issue is, and then it will tell you, it'll provide recommendations, and you just click and add the ones that you want, and then you copy instructions. then come and apply them, and then bam. Make sure that didn't save because I don't want any on this yet. I always recommend that you add your custom instructions after the first prompt. So when you go to create a new let's say you're building a new application, you come here, you drop your first prompt, and then let it go do it, and then once you get to this screen, go ahead and drop in your custom AI instructions. So this guy is running. So since we're working on the same system, we're on error tracking now. So let's do this. So now we got our UI set up. It's already pulling errors out of the console for us. It's doing runtime logs, all that. So let's make sure that we are actually adding error tracking into functions. So integrate advanced error tracking and logging systems across all pages and functions. And I don't remember what this system is called. Here we are, debug panel. Route all issues to the debug panel. This way, if when we drop that prompt in there, if it skips something or it's missing something, it's gonna catch it. I always like to run something like this right afterwards just to make sure. Trust but verify, as they say. It's in a horrible spot, and you can always tell it to move. So let's do this. Move this to the center bottom of the screen and make the bug color red so I can see the damn thing. It's strange how it will just throw it either left or right. So I probably need to edit that prompt so that it could give it direction of where to place the icon. There we go. See, we already got one. Let's see what that says. Cool. Any questions? Let's check and see. Okay. All right. Well, I told you it was going to be a short one. These prompts are the prompts I use. I've had these things on my website for a couple months now. I'm gonna have probably this over the weekend. I'm going to update some of the prompts that we have in the prompt library on my website. So these are all free. So come and snatch them all up. Come get what you want. I'm probably going to be making it to where you can have a prompt library. So we're gonna make it where you sign up, and it's free, of course, and you can decide that you want to add prompts into the library. So, for example, what this might look like. Whoops. So on my agency website, that me and my lovely business partner, who's another moderator for Base44, Charles, we have a prompt library that we use. So we share this. This is a bunch of different prompts that we have. So like the bug report tool that we just did is on here. Code quality scan, all kinds of stuff. That way we can just come and snatch it and copy it and send it. I think we kind of have something like this already on Kode OS. I'm pretty sure we're going to move this inside of Codebase because it just feels like that's where it should belong. But you do have, if you are a member, you have a prompt vault, different things that you've saved, different saved models, whatever. So one of the things that we're going to be doing inside of Codebase, we have already a bunch of tools over here. I'm going to build this out to where it is like the central source for you to go and help build your stuff. So from helping you build out your app, if there's some questions here about what you're trying to do, what you're trying to build, who's it for, all that good stuff. So basically, what you would, if you were to hire me to build an app, I would be asking you these questions anyways. And then it will generate it will generate a couple different things. So one, it'll generate the project. There's a project manager, so you can make sure that you're on task and you're working towards the end goal of building this thing out, and it's keeping you hyper focused. It will even generate prompts for you, and you can even take your prompt and analyze it. See, this is the old design. This has been around for a minute. That you can drop your prompt in here, and it'll tell you, if it sucks or not. Even recommend an improved version of it. This is a free tool, so you guys please come take advantage of it. But that is it. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for joining. Please like, share, follow, subscribe, all that good stuff. And if you have any questions or comments, drop them below, and I will respond to them. And like always, I appreciate you guys. So you guys have a good one.